Hey there. In this video and podcast, I want to talk to you about the 10 ways that you can be more confident. Because everyone knows, no matter if you're an athlete, a performer, or no matter what you do, confidence is key to your success. The first way is going to be to focus on positive self-talk. Self-talk is going to be the way that you're speaking to yourself in your mind. If you're speaking down to yourself, well, that is going to work to reduce your confidence. But when you start speaking more positively, productively, and upliftingly to yourself, this is going to increase your confidence. Now you have a cheerleader in your mind, which is you, rather than someone who is continually tearing you down. Now, the second way is going to be to stop comparing yourself to others. When you're constantly comparing yourself to others, how does this make you feel? Likely, you're going to be pointing out all the ways that you fall short of them, mainly thinking, hey, if I can point these out, then I'm going to be able to become better than them. But when you compare yourself to others on a constant basis, this is really just going to continually highlight where you fall short and drastically reduce your confidence as a result. So if you want to be more confident, stop comparing yourself so much to others and start just comparing yourself to yourself and who you were yesterday, and try to continually build upon who you are and the success that you want in your life. Number 3 is going to be to practice feeling confident. Feeling confident is something that you can train. It's this funny concept to think about, but it is. You have to get used to training confidence. The more you practice feeling confident, whether it's before a game or before practice, then the easier it's going to be for you to feel confident, especially in those situations or those environments where you normally lack confidence. Now, number 4 is going to be to focus on what you did well. This really involves going back over what you just did. Let's say it was a game, for example, and looking at it and saying, okay, what did I do well today? The natural tendency is to first focus on what you did wrong. The mind will say, hey, I already know what I did right. I don't need to focus on that. I need to look at what I did wrong so that I can improve. Though, if your goal is to build confidence, that's not a very good way to think, because you're going to be continually focusing on what you did wrong and quickly brushing over what you did well. Now, to build confidence, you need to experience being successful. And that experience built upon itself is going to lead to higher levels of confidence. After a game or after a performance or even after a day, when you first stop and focus on what you did well, even if it's the smallest little detail that you can find, that is going to work to build that memory of success and improve your confidence as you move forward. Now, number 5 is to learn to take feedback well, whether this is from a coach, parent, friend, a boss, whoever. If you can take feedback well, this is going to provide you with an opportunity to improve. When you take feedback too personally, right, you take it as a hit to who you are. This means that you're not really seeing what could actually be used to benefit you. But when you learn to take feedback well, you see this feedback. You kind of look at it objectively. It doesn't become a personal hit to you, but you take the information you can out of it, and then you choose what to do with that. And the more you do that, that is going to give you opportunities to grow moving forward, which that will build your confidence. But also, you're not going to be having your confidence taking a hit every time someone gives you feedback, because it's not going to be taken so personally anymore. And now number 6 is to seek out confident people. Now, I am sure there are people who, when you get around them, you feel good. I'm sure there are people, when you get around them, you feel really badly. That's because energy is infectious. And if somebody is in a certain emotional state, such as confident, and you go around that person, you have to try really hard not to have their energy, their confidence rub off on you. Likewise, when you're around negative people and you really want to stay positive, how much energy does that take? It is so tiring to try to continually be positive and have that great mindset when you're around negative people. So if you're wanting to boost your confidence, seek out confident people. Seek out the confident people on your team. Train with them. Seek out the confident people in your class or in your workspace. Pay attention to what they do. Spend time with them, and their confidence is going to rub off on you as a result. Number 7 is to take on small challenges. I said that one of the best ways to build confidence is by seeing yourself succeed. Well, you have to give yourself opportunities to succeed. Yes, you have to focus on what you did well afterwards. That's a key part of it. But if you want to build confidence, let's say in the ability to perform a skill within your game, the only way you're going to get to the point where you're feeling incredibly confident with it is to set small challenges along the way. These don't have to be overwhelming. Don't really need to overwhelm yourself by saying, I'm going to go from point A to point Z, but you can take small steps along the way. And this is going to, number one, help you gain skill mastery in whatever it is that you're working towards. You are taking the necessary small steps and allowing them to compound on one another to actually get to that end result. But on top of that, every time you succeed and you knock out one of those small challenges, that is going to build your confidence. So if you're wanting to improve your confidence, think about, what do I want to improve my confidence in? And then start setting small challenges for yourself. Number 8 is to focus on your self-awareness. Self-awareness, you may not think, is something that really should be linked with confidence, but it has to be connected. When are you the most confident? When do you feel the least confident? If you can't answer those two questions, then how would you then be able to take control of your confidence? Taking control of your confidence is one of the key things that I talk about when I'm working with athletes and performers, because when you wake up or you show up to the field or court hoping to feel confident, that's a recipe for disaster. You are not in control of your confidence. If you want to become more confident to where you can show up each and every game or each and every training session controlling the confidence that you feel, you have to understand what makes me confident, what works against my confidence, and what actually does confidence mean for me. And all that comes from really paying attention to your self-awareness, paying attention to yourself, how you're feeling, how the environment, how other people make you feel, and really just starting to look inward in your chase for higher levels of self-confidence. Now, number 9 is to write daily. I think that writing is one of the best ways you can improve any emotional state, simply because of the last tip that I just said, self-awareness. If you want to work through something, if you want to understand something about your mind, you have to really come face to face with it. When there is a thought stuck in your head, it is really hard to begin working through that, simply keeping it in your mind. It's difficult to think about what you're thinking about. Though when you start to write it on paper, you really see it, and you can start to unravel all that's going on in your mind. You can start to work through your negative beliefs. You can start to uncover what it is that actually makes you confident. So if you're wanting to build your confidence, I really, really encourage you to start taking up a daily practice of writing. Simply 1 page a day in the morning or at night can be an incredible tool for you to build your confidence. And now lastly, number 10 is to practice using visualization. This really goes along with the idea of seeing yourself succeed in order to build confidence. But with visualization, what you're doing is you're saying, okay, I know that I need to be more confident in order to perform well. Though I know I need to perform well in order to feel more confident. And so that's a little bit of a dilemma. But with visualization, you say, I'm going to give myself the opportunity to perform well in the safety of my own mind, knowing that that is going to lead to me feeling more confident down the road. So practice visualizing yourself performing your skills, doing what you want to be more confident at. But the key is, when you are visualizing, make sure you're feeling confident while you do that. This goes back to practicing feeling confident. Visualize, feel confident while you visualize, and then afterwards, make sure you feel successful going back on seeing yourself succeed. And that is going to help to build your confidence. Now, you don't have to put all 10 of these tips into practice at once. Choose 1 or 2 of them, start working on them, and watch as your confidence grows. Now, if you're interested in one-on-one mental game coaching, where we really uncover what it is that is holding you back from being a more confident performer, and then working on how can we actually build this confidence moving forward, then there's a link in the description below. So click that, start the process, and see how one-on-one mental game coaching can help you. Thank you, and I wish you the best of success in all that you do.